How's it going, guys? Welcome back to A Singaporean Life. I'm your host Jiala, and today we have episode 2 of the SG News Alerts. So now I'm going to be putting up the news alerts right here on my right, so that you guys can actually see what I'm talking about as I scroll through the screen. So it's easier for you guys to read along with me, whatever it is that I'm reading. So the first news of the day, we have this concept SUV at the Singapore Motor Show 2020 is named Subaru F.U.C.K.S. Wow! F.U.C.K.S. Forester Ultimate Customized Kit Special Edition. Wow. And knowing our strict censorship laws in Singapore, you would have guessed they would have probably taken it down. So over the weekend, the Singapore Motor Show 2020 was held at the Suntec Singapore Convention and Exhibition Centre. Held annually, the motoring event showcases various new car launches with exciting new advances in the automotive industry. One such automotive brand was Subaru, which debuted a redesigned Subaru Forester GT SUV, the Forester Ultimate Customized Kit Special, also abbreviated as FUCKS. Yes, guys. Oh boy, man. I'm surprised they actually managed to get this past the IMDA in Singapore, and they didn't get it censored. I don't know if the people were sleeping on the job or something, or they just didn't catch this. But wow, the fact that they got it past them, I take my hats off to them, really. And media outlets all over the world quickly caught it. Okay, so you can see here, wow. It's equipped with upgraded infotainment system. Japanese media Sora News 24 also pointed out that Subaru's motorsports division is named Subaru Technical International, which honestly doesn't sit well with FUCKS. STI. The drive says that Subaru has a sweet and leather interior and upgraded infotainment system, a trunk subwoofer, and 20-inch NK wheels. Alright, so they removed the name from the show, not surprising. This is Singapore after all. And this is the alleged letter by Subaru of America, which was addressed to American dealerships, distancing itself from the fiasco. Dear retailer, yesterday afternoon we learned about an unfortunate situation related to the name given to a special edition Forester by the independent distributor in Singapore. We want to make sure that you and all of your customers know that Subaru of America and Subaru Corporation had nothing to do with this. We apologize for any negative feedback this may have caused. SBI has had the name removed from the car at the Singapore Auto Show. We worked very hard to build a strong brand image for this company, and the naming of this vehicle in no way reflects the values and standards we hold true. Furthermore, we will always do our best to protect our brand's integrity. This vehicle was created by a distributor for the Singapore Motor Show, and it goes without saying that this car will not be available in the United States market. Guess this model won't be cruising around Singapore streets anytime soon. Well, okay, so what are my thoughts on it? You are a car company. What kind of branding and imaging do you have that doesn't allow you to put the word FUCKS up there? I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get the point of the censorship. I think it's meant to be a joke, and I think people nowadays, they can't take a joke. You know, it's a very minor thing, and I think Singapore is taking their censorship way too seriously. There's just so much censorship in Singapore. It's just honestly, it's insane. Even on Facebook nowadays, my Facebook, I don't use a VPN, just so you guys know. So even on Facebook nowadays, you have all sorts of Singapore government stuff popping up, which is weird because Singapore is an what am I talking about? Facebook is an international company. It's not a Singapore company yet. The Singapore government is enforcing its standards onto Facebook itself. Don't believe me? Go and check out Facebook and you will know what I mean if you are living in Singapore. It's just insane. There's so much junk going around, Singapore government junk going around the Facebook page nowadays. It's just, honestly, it's ridiculous. In the past, back when Facebook just started, there weren't any of this. Facebook didn't have to abide to any of this, and I honestly don't think that Facebook should bow down to the Singapore government and censor whatever it is. Heck, they are censoring all sources of news outlets that the Singapore government does not like. Okay, I'm trying not to take this topic way too far. This is obviously about this car, but I think the main topic at heart here will be the censorship issue, which is what I want to talk about. You know, honestly, it's just a car. People who are buying cars, they are adults, you know. over 18 can drive, and not to add on the fact, not to mention the fact that nowadays it's even more tedious than ever before to get a driving license. That they've added all sorts of new extra tests in place. There's a simulation and all sorts of mumbo jumbo. So that it is way harder to get your license now as compared to the past in Singapore. Also, I've heard that private driving instructors, they are not going to be able to renew their license soon. That's a great shame, because I did pick up my driving from my private driving from a private instructor rather than from the school, because of my schedule while I was in the army. But anyways, I digress. So I do think that the Singapore government should stop censoring everything. I know Singapore is still a conservative society at heart, but I feel that people should start to open up more. And I think slowly but surely this is becoming the case with the younger generation taking over, with people who are becoming more open-minded. I think that's a good thing. You know, in order to go forward, I think the right way to do is to, you know, stop with all the unnecessary censorship. Why do I feel that is the case? Because your target audience for cars, they are adults, they are not kids. There is no need to censor that. Okay, you can argue that yes, it's a public space, you can have kids going around there, but come on, they will learn it eventually. I would rather you educate them from young rather than completely hiding it from them and then they learn it by themselves when they grow older. That is the case. Even for schools nowadays, primary schools nowadays, kids are learning all kinds of words. And there's no way you as a parent, even as a teacher, there's no way the education system or any body, a government body or not, there's no way you can stop this. That is how society is progressing, and that is how it will continue to progress. Okay, I believe the right thing that they should do is educate them the right context of it. This is obviously meant to be a joke, not trying to take a dig at anyone, not trying to be rude or anything, but people can't take a joke nowadays, even on social media. So this is honestly, I think the censorship was really unnecessary. But hey, it's their company, it's not my company. They want to do whatever they want with it, I'm fine. You know, you want to remove it, okay. Subaru Singapore, I don't other than removing the name, I don't know if there's an official reply from them yet, because all I see from this page is the reply from the American Subaru. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this. Right, moving on to the next news. Boy, it is really hard to find news nowadays that is not related to the COVID-19, and I don't just want to cover that news on my channel. I want to cover a broad variety of other stuff. Next one, 21-year-old who said he wanted to throw an egg at Shanmugam given 12-month police warning. Why are these people so dumb? Jesus. 21-year-old, okay, some context, I'm 22 this year. So this guy, he probably just ORD'd from the army, or if he's from the JC batch, he probably, if he's from the JC batch, who have already ORD'd 1 year before. If he's from the poly batch, then he probably just ORD'd this year or is waiting to ORD this year. But why would you want to say this sort of stupid things? Netizen who said in a Facebook comment that wanted to throw an egg at Law and Home Affairs Minister K Shanmugam has been given a 12-month conditional warning by the police. Okay, I don't want to dive too deeply into political issues on this channel, but I get that you don't like people sometimes. It's totally fine. You don't have to like him. For me, okay, I'm not going to give my views, my opinion on our ministers in Singapore, but you don't have to like them. It's not against the law to hate them or anything. But saying these kind of stupid things online, you're basically asking for trouble. You can say these things to your friends that you're close with. You know, hey, bitch, I'm gonna fucking throw a truck at you, I'm gonna run you over with a car. You can say these sort of things to friends that you are close with, but for God's sake, don't say these kind of stupid things to a freaking minister in Singapore on a public social media platform, no less. This is just stupid. Like, what the heck? You don't have to like him, you really don't. It's not against the law to hate him, but when you're on a public social media platform, you should control what you're saying, because the Singapore government obviously doesn't like it, and yeah, now you are getting your just desserts. So you might even end up on the cautious top 10 idiots of Singapore 2020 list. So well done to you. And this is of course his face looks like a typical YP, but you know, I won't judge too much on people's appearance, whatever. Let's see what his name is. Zhong. Okay, describes himself as an advocator at Facebook page Singapore Cannabis Awareness. What? That page calls itself an advocate for responsible use of cannabis and soft drugs in personal use and in policy. Okay. Yeah, this guy is a fucking moron. In March last year, a police report was lodged against a Facebook comment he left on a CNA Facebook post that reported on Australian Senator Fraser Anning was hit on the head by an egg welded by a 17-year-old boy. I want to do that to K Shanmugam, I swear. Wow. He subsequently told the Straits Times that the comment was a joke and he did not intend to carry out the act. Okay, I get that people can joke around. I'm all for free speech, you know, but then again, you have to know where your limits are. I'm totally okay for free speech. If he hasn't done anything, honestly, I don't think the government should do anything to him, but hey, I'm not the law, so who am I to say that, right? Again, going back to the issue, people should be more open to jokes. Nowadays, yeah, I hurt your feelings, so what? Boo-hoo, cry to your parents. Wow, you're old enough to be on the internet, and if you want to be on the internet, even if you're not old enough, you should be prepared to handle these sort of things. That's what I feel. The internet, it is not supposed to be a safe place. If you're on there, you are either too young to be there, and you basically lied about your age to be there, or if you're old enough to be there, you should be mature enough to know that the things that people say, they are not going to be nice. Let's be honest here. Let's be very honest here. Nobody's going to be nice on the internet. In 90% of the time, people are going to be mean, and you're just going to have to accept that. 90% of the time, people are going to make jokes, and you are going to have to accept that. If you can't accept that, you should get off the internet. You know, you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's what they say. Get out! But then again, you know, this guy, he's not just anybody. He's not your good friend or whatever. So of course, the Singapore police didn't take too kindly to his comment, and obviously they issued out a warning to this moron right here. So Shanmugam actually replied, and he laughed off the egg comment. Somewhat exaggerated words of a young man. There have been some media articles on Edmund Chong and his threat to throw eggs. When I was told about it, I laughed it off. The somewhat exaggerated words of a young man. I was then told about some of his background, that he would be interviewed to establish that he's not actually going to take any action. I understood police's concerns. I can laugh off these comments, but understandably police can't. Okay. Because of that statement, I have newfound respect for this guy. Okay, I never really follow politics in Singapore. Heck, I don't even know half of our ministers' names, but man, respect to this guy. This guy knows what's up. And these are the type of guys you need to be on the internet. Understanding that, you know, people are going to make jokes, people are going to say these kind of things. Yes. Awesome, man. Well done. I'm much more concerned about his public comments on his FB, on his attitude to narcotics. Okay, I'm not going to comment about his drug, him advocating drugs. That is obviously illegal in Singapore, and I think if you take drugs, you're just going to destroy your own life. So that's a topic for another day. Another day, I hope he does not actually experiment further with cannabis, regardless of how desirable he thinks drugs are. Wow, man. Well done. Man, I am really, really impressed with the way our minister handled this. Of course, I'm not sucking his dick, guys. Really, I truly am. I think he couldn't have handled it any better. So yeah, of course the police has to step in when such a comment is made, but yeah, I think our minister handled this really well. So kudos to him, and yeah, it's really nice to see that people nowadays can indeed take a joke on the internet. So nice. And arrested for drug taking, now in prison. Well, guess he got his just desserts. He should have been more careful. It is an ill-advised joke, but you shouldn't make such jokes, especially to public figures like our ministers, because that will honestly just get into trouble with the police. You want to make such jokes with your friends, by all means go ahead. I'm sure they wouldn't mind either if they are your friends, but to a public figure like a minister, please don't do that. You're just gonna get yourself in trouble knowing the Singapore law. Right, last piece of news for the day. Virtual telco Zero Mobile's license suspended by IMDA. So Zero Mobile is actually one of Singapore's newest and latest online telcos, virtual telcos. So their operating license was suspended with immediate effect on Thursday, March 12, which is just yesterday, by the Infocom Media Development Authority. This was due to Zero Mobile's failure to address outstanding billing disputes with former subscribers in spite of repeated reminders following the cessation of the company's service plans in December, IMDA said. Company and its directors have also been blacklisted by IMDA based in Australia. The MVNO does not have any operations there. Singapore is its only market. Sorry, excuse me. IMDA is investigating Zero Mobile for contraventions of consumer protection requirements under IMDA's Telecom Competition Code and will take enforcement action if there are any breaches, IMDA said in a press statement. About 230 former subscribers are affected by Zero Mobile service cessation. Wow, honestly, I'm quite surprised. Okay, so I've heard of this telco before, even before I saw the news. But looking through their plans, they are not the best in my opinion. And I'm surprised that they already have 230 subscribers. Whoa. And these are just affected subscribers. Who knows how large their customer base is. So they are currently assisting 12 remaining ex-subscribers with their billing issues. Okay, their license will be cancelled on March 18 if the company fails to comply with IMDA's direction to resolve its billing disputes. They entered the Singapore market in December 2017. Wow, was the second virtual telco to do so after Circles.Life. Wow, I am surprised that they entered in 2017. It's 2020 and honestly, I don't think they did very well because I have not heard much of them. Honestly speaking, yes, I have heard of them, but there was not much hype around them. Okay, so let's go to their website here, right here, Zero SG. The website is still up, and it says unlimited data, calls and SMSs for just $49.95 per month. But is it really unlimited? Unlimited everything, $59.95 per month, and unlimited data. This cheaper plan, $10 cheaper, you get 100 minutes of calls and 100 SMSs free. This will be the plan I'll assume most people will go for, but is it really unlimited data? No, it is not. 45 gigs of premium data at full speed. There you have it, guys. Now, what I don't like about telcos nowadays, they keep advertising the unlimited data thing. It's not truly unlimited. Let's get this very straight here. It's not truly unlimited. You use up to a certain amount. Usually it's a reasonable amount, like 20 gig. 45 gigs is quite a reasonable amount, to be honest. 45 gigs, 50 gigs, 40 gigs, depending on the telco. And then they cap your speed. You still get to use data. You don't need to pay anything extra outside of your plan. But they cap your speed at ridiculously slow speed. Maybe 1 megabyte per second, that sort of thing, you know. Usually that's what it is. So yeah, it's not truly unlimited. You get unlimited at you get full speed for a certain amount of data, and then afterwards they slow it down considerably. So I don't like the way that telcos nowadays are marketing their unlimited data plans. It's not truly unlimited if you're going to put a speed cap on it. You know, if you want to market it as unlimited, then make it truly unlimited. 1000 gigs, 1 million gigs, however much data the consumer can use. Let them use it at full speed. That is what I call truly unlimited. But this is not, again, this is not specific to Zero Mobile. All of the telcos in Singapore and probably around the world, they are practicing the same thing, advertising it as unlimited, but once you reach a certain amount, they will cap the speed. So yeah, and this is definitely not the cheapest plan. Okay, for many people, you won't use up to 45 gigs of data. Even for someone like me, I would consider myself quite a heavy data user. If you're not repeatedly watching YouTube videos every single day, you won't hit 45 gigs. And honestly, if your workplace has Wi-Fi, your home has Wi-Fi, if you're not in camp in a ulu place with no Wi-Fi, then you won't really need that much data. I would say 20 gigs is enough. For myself, my camp does not have a Wi-Fi. My camp is not near any of the housing estates in Singapore. Basically, it's not in a residential area or even an industrial area. It's in the forest somewhere. Okay, those who know will know which camp I'm talking about. No Wi-Fi there, definitely, and the reception there is sometimes pretty bad. And of course, I only get to go home on Friday, so I book in Sunday night, I book out Friday evenings. That's what usually happens for most NSFs. And even then, for that 1 month that you're out, I would say 20 gigs is enough. if you're a super heavy user, maybe 30 or 40 gigs, but you definitely won't need this. And there are cheaper plans out there. Circles Life, Singtel, they have cheaper plans. I think M1 and Starhub has cheaper plans as well. I'm not really sure. For me, I have swapped to the Singtel GOMO plan right now, and it's definitely more than enough use for my usage now that I'm no longer in camp. So I have Wi-Fi literally everywhere else in Singapore that I go to, so that's not a big deal. And yeah, I do not think that you need such a big that much data, honestly speaking. So yeah, and how do I feel about this plan? It kind of sucks. So for the remaining subscribers that are still subscribed to the plan, what are you waiting for? Cancel it already. IMDA already said, you know, get your shit together or we are going to cancel your license. And yeah, even then I feel that they don't have a big market in Singapore, and the people that are subscribed to them are probably a very small minority. There are better plans in Singapore, so if you are subscribed to Zero, don't waste your money. Go and give your money to another telco which is probably better, you know, offering you more value for what you actually need. And yeah, that's basically it for my 3 pieces of news today on SG News Alerts. So with the COVID-19 situation getting more and more serious, there are of course news reports on it everywhere, and it's getting really hard for these more smaller tidbits of interesting news to surface up. In fact, there hasn't really been much other than people dressing up goofily in masks and goggles and walking around like idiots. So I don't really want to cover too much of that on my channel. It's just going to be flooded with COVID-19. That's not what I want. I want a variety of content. But I'll try to put forth more interesting content for you guys in the future. So if you guys like what you see, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host Tiala. Peace out.